Hello, 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 hello. How are we? Happy Tuesday. Is it the first Tuesday of the year? Let me get my shit moisturized. My boy, what's good? Hashitashi. It is the evening, but I ain't gonna hate on you, because I'm glad you're here. Welcome, everybody. For those that are just slowly rolling in, I've been blessed, man. Life's been throwing me some pops, but I've been rolling, and getting back to myself, man. You see, I done cut down some of the beard, right? How you feeling, man? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm back to business, man. It's 2026. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I am getting closer and closer to being a old man. But it's a blessing. You know what I mean? Because the alternative is hey, congratulations. We love to see it. We need more like you. My boy said he's officially a junior firefighter. Love to see it. As soon as you become official, I'm gonna send you over to I'm gonna clock out. I'm gonna send you right on over to 7. It's a young man's game. It's a young man's game. We're gonna be on here just a little bit. I gotta take my talents over to YouTube. And we got some more things to do, some more work to do, but I love to stop by and say hi to my IG friends. You know, YouTube is officially where we get that bready. But, you know, y'all my peoples, so I likes to show love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he already trying to peace out. You gotta learn the ropes, young man. I understand it though. When you have, I'm never a hater. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It ain't my fault. My boy John, what's good in here? But as I was saying, Mercer County Fire Buff, I'm never one to hate on a person's dreams or purpose. If you feel like you a future ladder man, or you know what I mean, on that E1 tip, live your life, baby. Martin Luther King had a dream. Both the original Martin Luther King and my boy MLK. Tonight we're gonna go ahead, man. We're gonna go ahead and get to the episode. If you like the live, please make sure you like the live, share it with some people. Tell the baddies. Tell your fellow players. Tell your mama. Tell the aunties. Tell them to slide through them. But tonight's episode is appropriately titled, Chingy said, "Gimme what you got for a pork chop." What she got? High blood pressure? That's all I want to know. This song has been circulating, for those who are unfamiliar. For those who are not familiar with the legend. The legend known as Chingy. If you're too young, go to Google, type in Chingy. Go get educated. Chingy was a legendary rapper. I'm putting a lot of sauce on it, but roll with me. He was a legendary rapper in the 2000s. And he came out with the hit, Love is Patient and Kind. Welcome to the Player Circle. Chingy came out with the record. He came out with a smasher with that right there. You know what I mean? But don't forget the other hits. Holiday Inn. Hey, what you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn. Oh, he was getting crazy. Holiday Inn, One Call Away, which is my slow jam of preference, with my boy from Smart Guy, Jason Weaver. But my boy has some real hits. But on his signature hit right there, I believe it is the third verse, but he starts the third verse with a strong statement in which he asks the ladies, give me what you got for a pork chop. And for years, I wanted to know, why was the pork chop the exchange currency? Why was that the, you know what I mean? We have dollars. We got euro. You know what I mean? Pesos. Why was he giving her a pork chop? And what was he getting back in return for said pork chop? That's what I really, really want to know. He said, give me what you got for a pork chop. She threw it at me like I was a shortstop. Now you playing baseball. Now we all confused. First we was at the dinner table. Now we at Yankee Stadium. This the type of stuff that we was dealing with in the 2000s. But what a time. What a gift. What a gift. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to keep it nice and breezy. Nice and breezy. Like I said, I'm going to stay over here for a little bit. Then I'm going to take my talents over to YouTube. Say what's up to my YouTube people. Because the YouTube is paying. You got to go where the bread is. But how was y'all weekend? How was y'all first weekend of 2026? I hope y'all went to church like I told you on for the watch night service. Went to watch night service, got a blessing, right? In addition, I went to visit a homie. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that first. I went to visit a homie, music homie of mine. Shout out my family at the Digilogue. But I went to go visit my homie, J Catalyst. You know what I mean? Super dope artist, producer, songwriter, curator. In the music business, you end up holding a lot of jobs and responsibilities if you have not noticed that just yet. But originally my boy, he from Dallas, but he out here on the East Coast, so I went to go visit him. And it was very empowering, rewarding. We kicked it for a little bit, and I got a lot from the trip. One, because first we went to a bar, and I had to get reacclimated to being around white people. Shout out my cool white people. But it's always a reintroduction because I pride myself as being an anthropologist of the Caucasus people and their peculiar ways. But when you go to New York got a different style. They got a different style than what we used to. They can be some are fashionable, but some are very, very fashionable. You might get a mix of like Some gonna act real scared. Some gonna act rude. And I know you're like, Cedric, don't be judging people. I'm not. I'm reporting the news. But they was in there. They was dancing to that Ray Shrimmer. They was dancing to that Justin Timberlake. It was a good time. It was all peaceful. After we went, but let me say this. Let me say this real quick. I know a lot of people who are not from the East Coast. They get to visit. They get to come. They visit New York. They fall in love with New York. Me being born in Jersey, raised in Jersey, moved out, had to go run numbers for Macaroni Tony, PA for a little bit. Came back to Jersey. New Jersey people have a different relationship with New York. It ain't all roses. You know what I mean? I don't mind New York. I like Harlem. I ain't mad at the Bronx. Shout out to my girl Key Story. The certain parts of Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But overall, all I ask for is just some self-awareness, which is we don't get. It'd be too much bragging, and it'd be like, bro, what y'all bragging about? Overpriced drinks? Rats? You know what I mean? Overcrowded housing? Now, what I will give y'all credit for, let me not forget, underperforming sports teams. Now, all right, I done got my hate out. What I will give New York credit for, New York they got fashion. They are the birthplace of hip hop. The sisters, baddies, and they parties. Is like not the price of the party, but the actual party itself. But I don't be, I just want fairness. Because you talk to New Yorker, they never gonna give you the full spectrum. But anyway, hanging out with my homie, we had a real good time. We had a good time because if you've been in the music business for a long time, I know a number of artists and executives who just happen to just get burnt out. They either get burnt out, they deal with imposter syndrome, they just get tired of the fakeness, which there is in some areas of the industry, and it can be a lot. But I spent my time trying to encourage my boy, and he also tried to share positive words because 2026 is gonna be a special year, y'all. I can feel it. I feel it. 2025 had a lot of challenges and hurdles, and I think we get back on track. We get back on the horse in 2026, and if you don't get back on the horse, you're gonna miss out on some real special things. So don't get too swayed by the BS. All right, I ain't gonna dwell on it too much longer. I do need to say I did watch the Ravens Steelers game. Damn. It'd be crazy, man, how little things can cause so many issues. My boy in here, Ron. You done messed up, Ron. What's good, player? Yeah, man. But as I was saying, it's crazy how there can be a chain of events. Now, that young rookie from the Ravens missing the field goal done cost Lamar get to the playoffs, done cost Harbaugh his job. And is it necessarily his fault solely? No. But will we even be having these situations if that brother would have just made the field goal? No. No. You know what I mean? And another thing that could be a chain of events that happens is if Pittsburgh goes in there and beats Houston, which don't trip because they're going to be in Pittsburgh. Definitely possible. All of that is a snowball effect from young boy missing the field goal. And even before missing the field goal, he set up the Steelers by kicking the ball out of bounds. He gave them mad good field position. These are the things that will not be talked about, but is pretty much the entire reason why we in this situation. And I say we, I'm not a Ravens fan. Shout out to Commanders. We will be back. Now, oh man, my uncles. Actually, no. You got to forgive me. Oh man. Oh, let me see if my lotion is see, and players F up. But anywho. So what I will say is we got a lot going on. Right? We got a lot going on. But let's quickly get to the bald-headed logic for the day. Today's bald-headed logic, real simple. Today's bald-headed logic is it's okay to heal. It's okay to heal. The comeback feels better when you do. It's okay to heal. The comeback feels better when you do. Now, as I was just stating, excuse me, y'all. As I was just stating, 2025 was crazy. It was. Went through some things, still feeling the after effects of some of those things. Right? But I've said this and I've posted this and we're going to continue to roll with it. But it's just in 2026, we're choosing opportunity over outrage. We're taking the opportunities to grow. We're taking the opportunities to better ourselves. We're taking the opportunities to find the answers to certain questions, find solutions. We're not going to sit here and just stay mad. And that leads me to what I'm saying in terms of the space of it's okay to heal. It's a lot of things that happen where you could just sit there and just really just be frustrated with what's going on. Be like, man, why is this happening? Why does this person do me like that? Why is this person have something that I don't have? Why is my job like this? Get back to the source. Get back to the source. Find your frustration, trace its origin, and work on that healing. And in addition to the healing portion, sometimes you just gotta kind of let that pain out. My boy said everything don't gotta be done out of vengeance. He's right. He's absolutely right. But we just live in a space now where it's like nobody wants to acknowledge that they're going through it. And it don't got to be a public thing, but you got to take that moment to yourself to hey man, whether it's solace, a moment of solitude, whether it's just straight out crying like a biatch, whatever you need. And I'm saying that jokingly because sometimes them tears got to fall. You don't realize how much stuff you be kind of holding in, on the inside, man. And it's like when you don't heal, it shows up at the worst possible moment. Worse. I don't want that, man. I don't want that for y'all because you can't get them moments back where you just crash out or you just haul off, go crazy on somebody that didn't deserve it, or you retaliate, and that retaliation causes you strife, causes you pain and punishment. We can't continue to do that to ourselves, man. You gotta go and heal. And a lot of times, man, when you do the work, when you do the dirty work, you find out the person you was mad at or the people you was mad at, A, are not the right people to be mad at. B, don't even know that you in this type of strife or that you got that level of frustration with them. And it's like, yo, a lot of these things can be resolved. All right? So, not that you need it from me, but hey, it's okay to heal. All right? So that's the bald-headed logic for the day. Take that, use it, invest. All right? Now, let's quickly get into the new waves. We'll get that off quickly. I've been listening to the new Jill Scott record, Beautiful People. I'm definitely excited for the album. I'm glad Jill's bringing back new music. In addition, I was listening to the Key Story mix, and I heard a record called Taste by Wakil. Wakil. The record is fire. I was like, yo, this go for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like that for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely trying to show that artist love. And if y'all got some new records that y'all been rocking with or tapped into, yo, send them through, man. Let your boy know what's up. Gotta have that good music. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what we've been checking out lately. That's what I'm tapped in with. And yeah, anything that that y'all got that's fire, send your boys way. Now, let's continue on. Whew. Had to take a deep breath. All right. Now, I want to quickly speak my truth. Oops. Excuse me. Players fucked up. I want to speak my truth. And then we got to get into the what are you talking about? All right. So, this was very, very, I be scrolling. I'm always scouring the internet trying to find some new things to check out and to tap in with. And I saw a clip from the Poor Minds podcast. And for those unfamiliar, the Poor Minds podcast is the podcast featuring Dre and Nicole and Lex P, the two lovely sisters that been, they just been rolling. And they recently had Charlemagne on their podcast. Now, the clip that I saw was basically them discussing the term eaters. And Charlemagne basically was like, yo, why y'all calling people eaters? He's like, I ain't never called no girl no eater, no sucker, nothing like that. And it's like, he's basically like, yo, it's disrespectful. But so the girl Lex was basically like, we've been had nicknames for men, but now, we just kind of like getting to where y'all are as the men, you know what I mean? Now we at that level that y'all at. And then, so it made me think, but now to play that whole thing out, what Charlemagne said was like, the term is just very bland. It's like, I can understand if it was somebody being like the highest level, But you just calling somebody that's like mad, that's mad corny. So she was like, well, you got to give them the higher nickname so that they know that they doing something for real. Check out the clip. It is low key funny. He said, we got to be WWE. You got to be a worldwide. And I was like, but anyway, seeing the clip made me think about something. It's been a trend that's been going on, I would say probably for the past, time is flying, I would say for the past 10, 15 years, right? Where because it's a vicious cycle, but because of all the mistreatment and the misogyny and sexism that men have inflicted on women, now, the women have fought back, and now women have looked to be into a place of both kind of independence, but also like reciprocity. It's like, so it's men and women just butting heads. And however, even though they're butting heads, you see women, like I said, using the tactics and traits that they feel, the tactical traits of men, in order to make this a more level playing field. And my only concern is why do people pick all the bad habits? Why do people pick all the bad habits when they want to try to imitate or replicate somebody's personality or traits? I'm like, okay, so you're going to say, well, men do this, so now we're going to do this. And again, this is just isolated. I'm going to get it off the baddies in a minute. But I'm like, when you want to say, okay, well, men act like this, I'm going to act like this. How come y'all don't never pick the good men traits? Why don't you never pick the traits of your grandfather, your daddy that was actually a positive role model? Like, I'm gonna learn how to take care of my family. I'm gonna learn how to be in my kids' lives. I'm gonna learn how to stand up for people. Like, no, y'all pick the worst traits possible. I'm gonna be non-committal in relationships. I'm gonna have mad, sexual encounters. Like, why are we picking all the bad shit? It's some good players out here. Perpab 21, what's good? It's just that it'd be mind-boggling to me. And to get it off, to give a better analogy or to share analogy, it's a similar concept as when people from outside of African American race, when they want to imitate us, they pick all the negative shit. They don't ever pick us being dedicated to our community, going to church, being these creative beings and supportive. No, they pick this. Like, what are we doing? Is that all that you see from us? Like, yo, I remember one time I was out, and I want to say I was younger. I think I was younger. But anyway, it was these girls, and they wasn't black. And so my boy was wearing a hat, and to kind of like to flirt with him, she took his hat off his head, put it on his head, and started doing like, and I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, is that what she sees? Like, what is going on? So to take it back to just the overall scale, it's like kind of going in line with what we was talking about with it's okay to heal. It's like, yo, I don't want people to try to be, in order to feel like they in the mix or that they cool. It's like that they gotta imitate the bad shit. You don't gotta do that. Like, it's okay to be a good person. Like, it's okay. And look, we all kind of got our things. Like, I ain't gonna act like I'm, you know what I mean, Saint Cedric the Third. Like, nah. I got flaws. Players fuck up. Excuse my language. But it's like, it's hard for me because, like, I got peoples that we talk, like, you know what I mean? Maybe in the group chat, maybe. That ain't really my forte to be, you know what I mean? Because I got love for the baddies. I was, what Quest say? I raised by queens. I could never love her. You know what I mean? So, it's hard for me. I don't really be on that. You know what I mean? In terms of just trying to, like, kind of be downplaying somebody, especially if I'm fucking with them. If I'm talking to them, I'm not going to be kicking their back into somebody else. That's crazy to me. But it's like, that's what people see. That's what the girlies see. And that's what they want to, now they want to integrate that into that culture. I got some better traits I want to send y'all as opposed to that one. That's all. I know I'm not going to eliminate the term. I'm not going to be the freedom fighter to, you know, remove eater from the vocabulary. I'm not that foolish. But I'm just saying, it's just like, it'd be really confusing because I'm always wondering what's the end goal. Like, what's the end goal? You know what I mean? And how long we gonna be dwelling in this? You know what I mean? I realize though, like, the gender wars and all that stuff, like, it's not gonna ever fully go away. People have been talking about this, man, since before I was born. And don't even get slick and be like, when was that? The 1900s? Relax. But I mean, yeah, it just be crazy to see, like, how hype we are as a culture to be dwelling in, like, what do they call it? Low vibrations. Like, I'm not worried about no eaters, man. And if it ain't, especially respectfully, it's like, unless it's yours, you know what I mean? Unless that's your woman, and you wouldn't be talking about your woman like that. And then that's what I'm saying. It's like, if she's not your woman, that means you just leasing that. And it's like, you don't think that's not specific to you. So again, it's just like, what are we really bragging about? But perspective, old head perspective. I know y'all like, man, get your old ass up out of here. I know, I get it. Whatever. I try. So I want to get into the what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's been going on social media and in the culture? Now, it was recently announced, in a recent interview with the lovely R&B singer Victoria Monét. She was recently announcing some details about her upcoming album, and then basically saying it was very, very inspired, or heavily inspired by the 90s R&B. So that got the internet to talking, and I saw several music professionals kind of respond with a different response that I thought what they were going to say. And it was basically stating that they would love to see Victoria, as well as the other R&B, superstars, take a different perspective, as opposed to being so invested in recreating or redoing or remixing the 90s R&B sound. And I thought that was interesting, but I really do understand the thought process. I feel like we are handcuffed to the golden era, as they call it, of R&B. And while it was a great era, something that makes people so great is the ability to create something new for us to love. In addition to that, we all are inspired by things. Kevin, what's good? We all are inspired by different eras and different generations. And I guess my thing that I'm always interested in is why is it the 90s is the only thing that we can go back to when it comes to R&B. And I would love for R&B artists to come out and say, I'm actually going to dive into 2000s R&B. I'm going to create a song or a sound for a project that is 2000s R&B coded. One, because I don't feel like the 2000s R&B gets its proper respect. Forgive your boy for saying it, but I feel like 2000s R&B is neck and neck with 90s R&B. You'd be surprised how many songs and stars are from the and hits are from the 2000s era R&B instead of the 90s. We love to say 90s, but it's a lot of hits from the 2000s. When you're thinking about the 2000s, you're thinking about A. Marie. You're thinking about Music Soul Child, Sunshine Anderson, Blue Cantrell, Glenn Lewis, and Don't You Forget It, killing them.